Hello children, welcome to today's video session of Standard 8, Lesson 3 in Moral Science, Congenial Atmosphere at Home. In today's session we are going to see what's a pleasing atmosphere at home. Shall we move on to the session?
Lesson 3. Congenial Atmosphere at Home. Congenial means pleasing. So in today's class we are going to learn what makes a house a home is not a building of bricks and cement, but the atmosphere of natural love and respect inside the building. Every day, when Mr. Verma entered his house, full of laughter from his children, he saw a little face of a small girl in a window opposite his flat. He could never have enough courage to go and talk to her. Every day he stopped for a second as if trying to make up his mind whether he could go and talk to her, and then he would proceed in another direction. One day he mentioned the entire exercise to his wife. She warned him not to venture anywhere near the house. According to her version of the story, the house belonged to Mrs. Mehta, the first wife of the top industrialist of the city. When Mr. Mehta remarried, she shifted to this tiny accommodation. But she could never restore friendly relationship to the fact that she had to live in a small apartment. All her frustration and anger was then directed towards the child. She did not let her talk or play with any children. She herself was obsessed means interested, with thoughts of taking revenge with her husband. Thus the poor child was left all alone to amuse or entertain herself. She was the greatest sufferer because her childhood was lost in the crossfire between her parents. Every evening at the specific time, the child heard the commotion of the Verma's household. When the children happily welcomed their father home, she would sit on the window and watch the wonderful spectacle. She found it to be more precious than all money she had seen in her little life. Oh, how she wished she could also welcome her father in the same manner. How she wished that her father could stay with her, or her mother could smile and laugh the way she had seen the lady opposite smile and pat her children's heads. The foundation of a happy home is mutual love and respect among all members of a family. The relationship and the attitude of parents towards one another is a guiding light for the children to follow. If the attitude and behavior of the parents towards one another is full of understanding and help, the children will also learn how to follow the same pattern. But if there is a mutual distrust and frequent clashes between the parents, the mental framework of the children will also get affected. The best way for the children would be to forgive and forget all unpleasant things said and done during the quarrel as soon as possible. Though occasional quarrels in a family are easy to understand, habitual quarrels can cause serious damage to the family unity. It is true that love and affection is always present among the members of the family. Sometimes it gets faded with problems and friction, but it never diminishes. To have a happy and harmonious life, certain precautions are very necessary. Helping and understanding one another. Each member of a family has responsibility and cares. This applies particularly to the mother, who is often very hardworking. A lending hand to her can contribute substantially to the harmony at home. Helping the younger ones with their studies or projects and the elders by doing whatever work allotted by them is very important for a good family life. Understanding in a family comes with each other is aware the likes and dislikes of the other person, and take care not to hurt someone's feeling. If your tired sister wants to sleep in the afternoon, show some understanding but not switching the music to a loud volume. If the parents are too tired to go out, do not make faces and make them feel guilty. Try to understand their problem and create a feeling of love and happiness. Keeping everything neat and tidy. Each member of the family should always leave the bathroom or dressing room neat and tidy. Dirty clothes lying here and there do not make a very pleasant sight. They are not petty details. They are supremely important for the peace of the house. Don't stuff everything in the cupboard or inside the drawers. This is not the proper way to work. Keep everything neatly. This is from fault finding. Indirect criticism is always very painful. It does not do any good. If the child wants to pursue some hobby which the parent do not approve of, they should talk and explain its negativity impact of the child. The child should also listen to his parents' advice and do accordingly. Simply finding fault with anything that the other family members does will not improve matters. The home is a training ground for a social life in the outside world. We will behave in the same manner outside the house as we behave with our family members. Whatever outside influence we have, our individual character is primarily built up at home. We must not erect iron curtains between our family members and the outside world. The home is a private place, but its doors should be open to the fresh air that new contacts and friendship brings. To get the best out of our home life, we must understand each member of the family. We must continuously work for peace and harmony at home. Thank you.